Pantheon-Sorbonne University, also known as Paris.1, is a public research university in Paris, France. It was established in 1971 as one of the main inheritors of the historical University of Paris after the division of the world's second oldest academic institution. Pantheon-Sorbonne's headquarters is located on the Place du Panthéon in the Latin Quarter, an area in the 5th and the 6th arrondissements of Paris. The university occupies part of the Sorbonne and over 25 buildings in Paris, such as the Centre Pierre Mendès France, the Maison des Sciences Économiques. It is now a founding member of the alliance called Hautes Études Sorbonne Arts et Métiers. Its focus is multidisciplinary, and has three main domains: economic and management sciences, human sciences, and legal and political sciences, comprising several subjects such as economics, law, philosophy, geography, humanities, cinema, plastic arts, art history, political science, mathematics, management, and social sciences. History. After the student protests of May and June 1968, 13 universities succeeded to the University of Paris, which ceased to exist, while Paris-Sorbonne University succeeded only the Faculty of Humanities of Sorbonne University, Pantheon-Sorbonne University only the Faculty of Law and Economics, and Pierre and Marie Curie University only the Faculty of Sciences. Pantheon-Sorbonne University was founded on a wish for interdisciplinarity by bringing together disciplines. Indeed, most of the law professors of the Faculty of Law and Economics of the University of Paris wished only to restructure the faculty into a university. However, most of the faculty's economists and political scientists and some public law professors sought to create a university which would extend beyond the disciplinary compartmentalization. They hurried ahead of their colleagues and established Paris.It, which would later be called Pantheon-Sorbonne, with professors of humanities. The name of the university showed this interdisciplinarity. The Sorbonne building is the traditional seat of the humanities studies in Paris, and the Pantheon building is, with the Assas building, the traditional seat of the law studies. Campus. Sorbonne building. Pantheon-Sorbonne occupies part of this historical seat, rebuilt at the end of the 19th century. Albert Châtelet Center, commonly called Calvin, it is a secondary building of the Sorbonne. Rue du Center, like Calvin, a secondary building of the Sorbonne. Place du Panthéon building, not to be confused with the actual Pantheon. Pantheon-Sorbonne occupies part of the historical seat of the law faculty of the University of Paris. It is shared with Pantheon-Assas, Institute of Geography, located in the Rue Saint-Jacques. It houses one of the oldest and richest collections of maps in France. Institute of Philosophy of Sciences and Techniques, located in the Rue du Four. Marly Center, located in the 4th arrondissement. It houses an historical and legal studies institute. St. Charles Center, located in the 15th arrondissement. Founded in 1973, it houses the Art School and the School of Cinema. Pierre Mendès France Center, commonly called Tolbiac, it is located in the 13th arrondissement. Founded in 1973, it is the main center of the university. Freshmen and sophomores in humanities are educated at Tolbiac. Tolbiac Center, a secondary building of the Mendès France Center. René Cassin Center, located in the 13th arrondissement. Founded in 1990, it houses the main part of law school. Economical Studies building, located in the 13th arrondissement. It houses the Economics Graduate School. Broca Center, located in the 5th arrondissement. It houses the Business School. International building, located in the Boulevard Arago, commonly called Arago. It houses the International Relations Institute. Michelet Center, an exotic Mesopotamian-style building in the 5th arrondissement. It houses the Art History and Archaeology School. Fontenay Center, located in the suburban town of Fontenay-aux-Roses, in the old buildings of the École Normale Supérieure. It houses the School of Work Social Sciences. Sceaux Center, in the suburban town of Sceaux. It is a secondary building of the Fontenay Center. Bourg-la-Reine Center, located in Bourg-la-Reine. It is a secondary building of the Fontenay Center. Nogent Center, located in Nogent-sur-Marne. It is a secondary building of the Fontenay Center. The main buildings of the Centre Pierre Mendès France, the Centre René Cassin, the Centre St. Charles, the Centre Arago, which houses the new International Relations building. The research centres have been relocated, in particular in the Rue Malha and the Boulevard de l'Hôpital, where the Economics building is currently located. Organization and administration. The Pantheon-Sorbonne University is organized in several departments and institutes. Departments: Economics, Art History and Archaeology, Art Management School, Geography, History, Philosophy, Political Science, Mathematics and Information Technology, Law Department. Pantheon-Sorbonne united in 2009 all legal studies in the university and gave the new department the name of École de Droit de la Sorbonne, to compete the Collège de Droit of Pantheon-Sorbonne University, created in 2008. But whereas the name is the same, it is not a selective degree for top students of the university but the name of the law department of Pantheon-Sorbonne University. It is a merging of the departments of public law, public administration and public affairs, of business law, of international and European studies and of general law studies, plus the Jean Domat Institute, and the Paris Insurance Institute. Sorbonne Graduate Business School. Institute for the Study of Economic and Social Development. Paris Demography Institute. Institute for Research and Advanced Studies in Tourism. Institute of Labor Studies. Institute of Philosophy of Sciences and Techniques. Academics. Research programs exist in economics, management and applied mathematics, in law and politics, in philosophy and the arts, in history, art history and archaeology, in geography, demography and sociology, to name but some. 1,100 members of faculty, 200 researchers who are attached to major research institutions, mainly the CNRS, and 150 technical and administrative staff are grouped in 68 research groups recognized by the CNRS and the Ministry of Education and Research. Every year around 400 PhD theses are defended and 1,700 pre-PhD postgraduate degrees are awarded in 74 subjects divided between 15 graduate schools. Documentary resource centers. In economics, the library at the Centre Pierre Mendès France offers students free access to its large collection. In law, the Cuges Library, co-administered with Pantheon-Sorbonne with its computerized documentation service, provides access to over 500 data banks and is the largest law and economics library in France. In humanities, the Sorbonne Library, administered by Pantheon-Sorbonne University, has a collection of almost 3 million books, 100,000 of which are more than 200 years old, and 17,500 periodicals covering all the humanities. The library and map collection of the Geography Institute are the oldest such collection in France. In addition, the 400,000 volumes in the specialist libraries offer uses one of the largest collections in France and Europe. International Pantheon-Sorbonne has signed over 150 conventions with foreign universities across 5 continents. These exchanges revolve around international networks such as Europeum, which bring together Oxford, London, Bologna, Bonn, Geneva, Helsinki, Leiden and Prague. The University of Paris.I also heads a number of consortia which bring together French universities and professional organizations. The consortia are responsible for major international projects in Bucharest, Buenos Aires, Cairo, Istanbul, and Moscow. Every year some 130 academics from foreign universities come to teach and research at the University of Paris.I. Many researchers and members of faculty take part in major international research programs abroad. The university also hosts many annual international conferences. 6,000 international students, mainly from Europe, come to study as part of the Socrates at Tempus programs. African students are joined by increasing numbers from Asia and America, and take part in specific programs organized in conjunction with universities across the world. Dual and double degree programs. At Pantheon-Sorbonne, students can apply for admission to one of the dual degree or double degree programs designed in conjunction with partner universities in France and abroad. Double degree programs confer 2 degrees to students, whereas dual degrees confer a degree from the host university only. Rankings. International rankings. In the 2015-16 U.S. World University Rankings, the university was globally ranked 240th overall and 351 to 400 by the Times Higher Education in 2016. By faculties, it was ranked in the 2015-16 U.S. World University Rankings Arts and Humanities, 46th for Social Sciences and AMP Management, 55th. In the 2016 Times Higher Education, Arts and Humanities, 33rd Social Sciences, 99th. By subject, it was ranked in the 2016 U.S. World University Rankings. Archaeology, 12th. History, 18th. Law and AMP, Legal Studies, 20th. Philosophy, 23rd. Geography, 35th. Development Studies, 51 to 100. Anthropology, 51 to 100. Politics and AMP, International Studies, 51 to 100. Modern Languages, 51 to 100. Social Policy and AMP, Administration, 51 to 100. Art and AMP, Design, 51 to 100. Accounting and AMP, Finance, 51 to 100. Economics and AMP, Econometrics, 51 to 100. Business and AMP, Management Studies, 101 to 150. Communication and AMP, Media Studies, 151 to 200. Computer Science and AMP, Information Systems, 301 to 350. Mathematics, 301 to 400. By academic reputation, it was ranked 110, according to the U.S. World University Rankings, and 91 to 100, according to the Times Higher Education 2016. National Rankings. Economics and Business. In economics, its undergraduate program is ranked first of the universities by Eduniversal. Its master's programs are ranked fourth of the French universities or academic institution by Eduniversal. In business, Pantheon-Sorbonne is ranked 14 by Eduniversal. Law. Pantheon-Sorbonne undergraduate law program is ranked 4 by Eduniversal. It was ranked in interdisciplinary fields also as follow: Law, 4th, Law and Economics, 1st, Law and English, 3rd. Pantheon-Sorbonne Master's Law programs are globally ranked second by Eduniversal, behind Pantheon-Assas University ones. On the 55 master's degree ranked in 6 specialties, 4 from Pantheon-Sorbonne University from 3 specialties, i.e. second ex-AQUO with Paris-Dauphine University and ex-Marseille University, but with higher rankings than these 2 universities. They were ranked as follows: Social Law, 2nd and 3rd. Digital Law, 3rd. Tax Law, 5th. In terms of salary, Pantheon-Sorbonne law graduates are second nationally behind Pantheon-Assas University ones. Humanities. No national ranking exists in humanities. Notable alumni and faculty: Jean-Claude Gander, former chairman and CEO of Adax Petroleum; Abdullah Mansour, current Prime Minister of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan; Yorgos Kaminis, mayor of the capital of Greece and Greek ombudsman from April 2003 until September 2010. Michelle Elliott-Marie, State Doctorate in Political Science, a former director of the Faculty of Political Science, former minister and former MP in the National Assembly. Yves-Marie Adeline, Ph.D. in Arts and art writer. Samir Assar, D-Money Finance Bank, CEO of HSBC Global Banking and AMP Markets. Maurice Benioun, aggregation and Ph.D. in Arts and Art Sciences, media artist, professor at City University of Hong Kong. Ali Bongo Ondimba, President of Gabon, the son of former President Omar Bongo and the Minister of Defense from 1999 to 2009. Jean-Louis Bourlouz, a former minister, LLB. Rossi Braidotti, contemporary philosopher and feminist theoretician, distinguished professor in the humanities at University of Utrecht. George Castaneda, professor at New York University and former Foreign Minister of Mexico. Luc Chatel, Master of Science in Management, Master of Marketing, Secretary of State for Consumer Affairs and Tourism to the Minister of Economy, Finance and Employment and spokesman for the UMP, former Minister of National Education. Alpha Condé, politician and current President of the Republic of Guinea. Christian de Bossu, Doctor in Economics, Professor and Director of the Council of Economic Analysis. Diego Massimiliano de Giorgi, Head of the House of Giorgi. R.E. Acute Debre, ENS Doctor of Philosophy. Thierry Dires, CEO Covea. Harlem D.E. Acute SII, degree in Philosophy, now MEP. Daba Diawara, Ph.D. in Public Law, currently Malian politician and former Secretary-General of the Government of Mali. Mamadou Diouf, Senegalese historian, currently Director of the Institute of African Studies at Columbia University. Tayeb Fassifiri, Moroccan Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation. Sylvie Faucheux, President of the University of Versailles Saint-Quentin and Yveline. Lawrence Ferrari, Master of Political and Social Communication, journalist. Hervé Gaimard, LLB, a former MP and Minister of Economy and Finance. René Gutmann, Ph.D., a former philosophy student, Rabbi of Strasbourg. Theodore Holo, President of the High Court of Justice of Benin and former Minister. Chantal Jouanneau, Minister of Youth and Sports, Control of Economic and Social Administration. Frank Julian, President of the TFN. Jean-Marc Lofficier, Writer, Editor, Publisher, Translator. Ibrahim Hassan Mayaki, Ph.D. in Public Law, politician, a former Prime Minister of Niger. André Mba Obame, a former Interior Minister in Gabon, losing the presidential election in 2009. Arnaud Montebourg, LLB, French Minister of Industrial Renewal. Daniel Ondo, Ph.D. in Economics, academic and politician, Gabon. Vincent Payon, Bachelor, Capes, Aggregation and Doctorate in Philosophy. Former MEP, former member of the SOM and the current Minister of National Education. Nikos Poulantzas, State Theorist. Jazad Sabeh, CES Executive and Communications Systems, and Commissioner for Diversity and Equal Opportunities since the 17th of December 2008. Dominique Senequia, D-Money Finance Bank, CEO of Ardian. Manuel Valls, degree in History. Mayor of Evry-Essonne and current Prime Minister. Laurent Wauquiez, Masters in History, former Minister of Higher Education and Research. Nasser Yeganeh, Ph.D. in Public Law, former President of the Supreme Court of Iran. Irakli Garibashvili, Prime Minister of Georgia.